Right, so what we're doing today is we're looking at how we answer some basic questions on our financial maths. So what we're looking at today is we're looking at how many months in 1 year. So the answer, of course, is 12. We know that there are 365 days in a year. There are 52 weeks in a year. And a fortnight is 2 weeks. So there are 26 fortnights every year. What we're doing today is we're looking at how we can solve questions such as these ones. Abigail receives a annual salary. The annual salary refers to how much she gets paid per year. So if we were looking at that, we're seeing that her annual salary is $48,600. And what we're interested in is how much she's paid per month. So what we can do to work this kind of question out, we'll start off with the amount she's paid, $48,600. Now, that's our annual amount, so we're going to have to divide it by the number of months in a year. So we have 12 months in a year, which leaves me with $4,050 every month that she receives from her income. Now, the second part of the question is how much she is paid per fortnight. Now, the temptation is to take our answer from part A and use that in part B. But what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our annual salary, 48600, and we're just going to divide it by 26, the number of fortnights in a year. And once we've done that, we get our answer, which is 1869.23. And what we do, if we do any rounding in general maths, what we always do is we write rounded to decimal places every time. Just that way we can communicate to the examiner that we know what we're doing. For our next question, underlining the key points from this question. Our key points are about Bruce. So Bruce works 37 hours at $11.45 per hour. He does 4 hours overtime at time and a half. Calculate his total earnings for the week. So if we're calculating his total earnings, what we're going to do is we're going to look at each part separately. So he earns 37 lots of $11.25, and then he has his overtime on top of that. So he's got 4 hours at time and a half, so 1.5, and then times his original pay amount, $11.25. We go through, and every time we do a question, we need to put down our working out. If we don't put our working out, life becomes really hard for examiners, and we're looking to get as many marks as possible. So just doing the little calculations, 416.25 plus $67.50. Add the two together and we've got our final answer of 483.75. And remember to always put the dollar sign. Example number 4. Highlighting the key parts of the question. Carol is paid time and a half for the first 6 hours, then double time any hours after. She works from those hours and she normally gets $12.05 per hour. So if we're working this one out, we've got our key points highlighted. Next thing I'd expect you to do is to go through and work out how many hours. The way that I do this is I break it up. So we've got 10 AM through to noon. And that is 2 hours. The next part we have is noon through to 7:30 PM, which is 7.5 hours. So once we've got that, we can add those two together, and we know that she works for 9.5 hours in total. Now for the first 6 hours, she earns time and a half. So 1.5 times her normal pay rate. Then for any hours she works after that, so in this case it's 3.5 times her normal pay rate times 2, because it's double time. Once we've got all that working out down, the examiner can see, oh, they've worked out the number of hours, that's 1 mark. They've put out their working, that's another mark. They have a go at the working out, and they end up with $192.80. Now, one key thing, every time we're doing money, you need to put the 0. Always put the 0 in. It's very annoying that cafes and stuff like that have started not to do that. So, example 5. Going through, we're going to label the key points in the question. Dylan is paid at a rate of $9.20 an hour, 8 hours a day, and a 40-hour week. How much does he earn per day? So this is pretty nice, this question. Each day he works 8 hours a day and he gets $9.20. So that gives us 8 times $9.20 gives us $73.60. Again, make sure $sign goes in there. Next part of the question, we're looking at per week. So per week, we would need to multiply by the number of hours he works in a week. So instead of just doing 8 hours per week, he does 40 hours times 9.2. And we're going to end up with $368 in total for the week. The last question, how much would he earn in a year? This is where we get to be a bit cheeky and pinch one of our answers. We're going to pinch this answer here for our yearly one. All we're going to do is we're going to take the number of weeks in a year, and we're going to get a lovely answer of $19,136. Each time we just go through and answer each section individually.